Hello and welcome to Indic Insights. This is the first time that I am doing a movie review. Initially, we had no plans of doing this review. However, we did plan to make a video on Ram Setu in general, which is why we decided to watch the movie before doing the video. After watching the movie, we felt that we should do this video as there was a lot of negativity surrounding the movie, maybe much more than it deserves. For instance, the IMDb rating of Ram Setu is 5.3 against the movie Thank God, which has an IMDb rating of 6.3. I really feel it does not give the true picture. The movie does have its flaws, but it is quite minor compared to the content of the movie. Maybe for being based on the Setu Samudram project controversy, the movie has a political undertone. Or maybe it takes a bold stance rather than a diplomatic one, which is why the people are not liking it. Or maybe the not so visually appealing trailer, or maybe Akshay Kumar himself, because of his recent outings as well as the talks around him devoting less time for a film and not doing justice to the role. All these factors has led to a lot of negativity around this movie, and I did share some of these notions before going for the movie. However, after watching the movie, I have a completely different perspective regarding this movie, which is why I decided to make this video. The movie begins with an archaeologist, Aryan Kulshrestha, who is an atheist. He gets involved in a controversy at the beginning of the film for sharing his atheist beliefs in the media. Later, he is offered to lead an archaeological expedition to find out the truth of Ram Setu. The film then takes us on a visual ride to the Ram Setu, an underwater exploration, the findings, and how the protagonist is forced to challenge his own beliefs and ends up making enemies in the process. And through this adventure, several sites related to Ramayana folklore are explored. First, let's talk about the lead actor Akshay Kumar. Despite his recent lackluster performances, he totally does justice to his role in this movie as the archaeologist Arya. The other main character involves two South Indian actors, Nasar and Satyadev. Nasar plays the role of a wealthy, well-connected businessman who wants the Ram Setu demolished for his business purposes, while Satyadev plays the supporting role of a guide. Both of these actors shine in their roles. The actresses Nusrat Parucha and Jacqueline Fernandez too fits well in their respective roles. So acting-wise, nobody looks out of place. Coming to the visuals, I feel that the trailer does not do justice to the true picture of the movie. Rather, it feels like they clubbed all the bad VFX parts and put them in the trailer, which gives the impression that the visuals of the movie are not good. However, that is not the case. The aerial shots of Ram Setu, the underwater exploration scenes, the scenes at several other sites related to the Ramayana are all very beautifully captured and are definitely a visual treat. Yes, the VFX could have been better, but overall the visuals of the movie can be considered good. Well, not all the movies are RRR or are directed by S.S. Rajmouli, which leads us to the direction part. The movie is directed by Abhishek Sharma, whose previous venture was Parmanu. This movie is definitely a huge improvement over that movie. Not that Parmanu was a bad movie, but making movie on such topics requires a good integration of content and storytelling. To provide all that, the film has to be well researched. And finally, the bold stance taken by this movie. Unlike other Bollywood movies which usually take a diplomatic stance, this movie does not hold back. Especially the last courtroom scene where the arguments presented take a very bold stance for the Ram Setu. And the arguments totally do justice to the cause and the importance of Ram Setu. And frankly, when you make a movie on this topic and want it to have the desired impact, you really have no other choice. You have to present the arguments for Ram Setu as strongly as possible without holding back. And the film does exactly that. Overall, the hard work and the research that has gone into making this film is visible. You might be wondering that I am saying everything good about this movie. Well, I've already mentioned before, the film does have its flaws. Now let's look at some of those. If you ask me to classify the genre of the movie, it would be an action-adventure movie and can be compared with Kartikeya 2. Now, if you compare it with Kartikeya 2, then obviously it falls way behind. While Kartikeya 2 would be something that exceeds your expectation, this film is one that meets your expectations. Next, the VFX of the movie could be better. For example, the helicopter scene, the climatic scene in the trailer where Akshay is seen holding a golden colored rock, etc. Also, the storyline is average and quite predictable, and the direction is also average. There are certain places where you feel that it is extending unnecessarily, especially the action sequences. Also, there are certain scenes in the movie in which they try to show it with a big impact, but they end up being very anticlimactic. But all these are quite balanced by the content, a hard hitting climax, and a mind blowing and unexpected ending, which could literally blow your mind. Overall, the film is a good one, and it's definitely watchable, and it does total justice to the topic. For me, it would be a good 7 out of 10 film and a good movie to watch in the theaters. With this, I come to the end of this video. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to check out our previous videos and connect with me on Instagram to give your valuable feedback. And I will see you in the next video.